guys, I'm Divina and I'm here to tell you about a horror movie very acclaimed by the critics and also the fans, Barbarian. Very movie we directed that came for comedy, but now he's trying to make new things in horror as well. This is an interesting horror movie with a woman named Tess who is scheduled Airbnb to spend a night for job interview in a house in a creepy neighborhood in Detroit City, one of the most creepy cities in America. There she finds other man there named Kate, a friendly, weirdo guy played by Bill Skargard, but he's not Pennywise. Actually, he tries to be flirty, but he's there because he's scheduled a week there from another hosting company. At least that's what he said to her. And he sees her to stay, even though Tess feels very safe there, but she still thinks he's so weird that she tries to be very careful, photographing his ID and everything, just to know he's safe. She tries, to schedule a night in another place, but it's all sold out because it was a special event according to Kate's words. They, have a joyful night with tea, wine, speaking, talking about, how being easier a woman is not. Women have to be careful, even though in horror movies, men are victims too, just like I'm going to tell later. But we know how women are the most targets in horror movies. That's why the final girls are popular, not really the final guys. Later on, he makes she will sleep in the room and he will sleep the couch to make her feel safe. During the night, she hears weird sounds. The house has doors that open and close on their own. The house just has life. Still, she lives there, even though before she gets to sleep again, she hears Cave whining loud, like it's a nightmare something, which is a nightmare. Even though the house has strange sounds too. In the following morning, she leaves the house alone, and when she comes back, she sees weird secrets in the basement. She got locked, unfortunately. That will change her life for real. Well, that's the main plot of this movie. If you want to see my opinions and conclude the plot, I really recommend watching Come Back Here, but if you don't care, you are welcome to see anyway. So let's go to the rest of the plot and spoilers aboard. Inside the basement, Tess sees a weird room with dirty bed, camera, and a bucket, with also blood on the wall, but she didn't mention that later. She gets desperate and tells Kate, who saves her, about something suspicious. He goes to investigate it and she helps him go inside. And there they go further, even goes down the stairs. She goes after him when he's screaming for help. But they discover a female monster who crushes Kate's head. And the movie goes to another plot beyond the part 2. It breaks to just one character, AJ, who owns that house. And he goes there because he's an actor being in California, but he was accused about something he didn't really believe. He was guilty. Because of that, he was having money issues and he needed to take care about his properties. When he gets there, he sees bags there and he doesn't understand, since people were hosted there without his consent. He calls the agency that tell nobody. He was there for weeks and was dirty and stuff, but they said there was no maid service before new tenants. Well, that doesn't make any sense. And he hears sounds downstairs and he goes there as well. And there he finds the Tess and a monster woman who actually just wants to be a mother and feels humans just like their babies. She gives, milk from them, from the tube. He doesn't get it. She tries to breastfeed him, even though it's awkward. Even he doesn't follow Tess things, he just make it, and the stuff is mad because he wants him to be his baby. He doesn't accept it because he already has a mother. Well, then another plot that comes in between about the house. After then, there's a brief flashback in the 60s about a man named Frank who captures and abuses women having children. And do you know the female monster mama? She's part of his offspring, of his other offspring. He goes to pharmacy to buy baby things, but actually it's for a pregnant woman stuck screaming in his basement. There the flashback shows that all his neighbors were leaving Detroit, who was failing, and it was to the house. He didn't care. That's why most of the neighborhood was abandoned and the house was still there. AJ escapes. Still, he goes to another room with old man there. That old man is Frank that we see for the flashback in the 60s. And his old man was in the bed, feeling bad. Justin tries helping out, but they make tapes. That actually the tapes were based on his victims. The tapes were based on his victims, and he gets really mad until the man got gone for the table and pulled the trigger. The end, he just tried to escape by himself. Even though the heroine Tess manages to escape, but she tries to save the guy, even calling the police that just ignored. So they both manage to escape. She even tries, to pass the car over the mama monster, even though the monster still survives. A man from the neighborhood tried to save both, say they were a safe place, even though it wasn't safe at all, because Mama Martha is out. She can do almost anything. Her superhuman strength. The guy AJ, even there wasn't his tensions, he managed to almost kill Tess twice because he's very stupid guy. He shot her here, this part, and she managed to survive because he wanted to get Mama Monster, and the time was the worst. They climbed the stairs into the top, and because he wanted to get away from it, he drops her, make Tess fall, but Tess survives because Mama Monster saved her, because Tess is, for Mama Monster, her baby. Then Jay comes there, Mama Monster destroy his eyes out, finally, because he's, he didn't deserve anyway. He makes the stupid decisions ever. But then Tess is the one who finally kills Mama Monster. Even both crying because she was saying babysitting her during, and Tess used the gun, kills Mama Monster, and she walks away, surviving the end. Even though it doesn't make any sense to survive for a shot and falling. But, maybe she was really Mama Monster's child. They're not both really him at all. Good movie overall. But the Mama Monster, turned the movie not get very seriously. Then you see the mystery is not very interesting after she appears, and the plot was get a twist until getting disappointment. But still a good story, original story for a Hollywood movie, let's be honest. The creepy decadence atmosphere of failed Detroit is good. Also, it's good to see a horror movie show, modern things we use, just like Airbnb and phones, and finally phones that still has a sign, because phones that doesn't have a sign is to use in, say, movies. In my opinion, I would prefer the villain Frank than the Mama Monster. That would be better in my opinion. Maybe yours will be different. Well, I give you a 7.6 for a good try. And that's all I can say. Well, if you like this video, subscribe for my channel, and don't forget to comment for next movies from a review. Okay? That's it, and have a great day.